Guys, how's everybody doing today? I wanted to do today an unboxing of my latest tarot deck. This is my 20th deck. I'm so excited about it coming in today. It's called the Herbcrafter's Tarot, and the artwork is by Joanna, Powell, Colbert, and it is written by Latisha, Guthrie. I also noticed that it's produced by the U.S. Game System, which is headquartered in Stamford, Connecticut, which is where I live. I live in Connecticut, not Stamford, but I do live in Connecticut. So it comes in this beautiful box, and it just like awakens your inner witch, your inner divine witchy, feelings. There's these beautiful pictures. This beautiful picture of calendula on the front. You have the mortar and pestle, and then in the back here it tells you about the deck and the box set itself. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up and see what this is all about. All right. Oh, look at that! Look. Beautiful. There's my spirit animal, never too far away from me. Okay, let's see. Let's lift this. Okay, and then we got the deck itself here. This beautiful box that it comes in. I'm gonna set that off to the side. Got the cards here, and look at the back of the cards. Beautiful. We got roots, and we got stems. There's some butterflies in there too. There's some fruit on there. There's some flowers. Let you get a good look. Can you see there? With this book, the Herbcrafter's Tarot, has an introduction. Who is an herb crafter, about the deck. It tells you about the minor and major arcana. Dooryard herbs and weeds, plants that are easy to grow. So it gives you a little bit of background there, which you can read through the cards and their correspondences. And then it goes through the major arcana, the Fool Through the World card, and it looks like each page gives you a definition of the herb. It also has some keywords up here. And how to do crafts with the herb as well. Harvest a dandelion seed and wear it as an amulet when you set off on a new journey. That's really cool. We got mugwort. So it seems as though, yeah, each one, then we get to the minor arcana. It tells you what the numbers themselves stand for, like sixes, bounty, community, and magic. This is beautiful. The sevens. The different, okay, so let's see if they talk about in the beginning the different cards. No, don't list the different court systems. Oh, yes, they do. Here we go. Major arcana, minor arcana, 3s and 4s. Then we have the hijas, which is daughters. Oh, it's in Spanish. Let me find out. The adelitas, which are warriors. Madres, which are mothers. Curaderas, which are healers. And it tells you how to use the deck. Oh, I like it. Oh, it's in Spanish. Oh, this for me. Roots. Okay, so let's get into the deck itself. Let me open it. Find something to open it with without messing up the cards. Nothing like opening a fresh deck. There is nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna put the cards down. Well, no, I'll pick them up one by one. Okay, so we're starting. We'll move this out of the way so it's not distracting. Starts with the Fool card, which is the dandelion. That's beautiful. Me and my kids have been seeing lots of dandelions when we've been going on walks lately, and I've been teaching them about how people eat dandelion greens. So that's a beautiful card. It's one of the first cards you see in the spring. So this is a beautiful first card for the Fool. It looks like that. And then for the Magician, we have this beautiful sunflower. I really love this card. Oh, and look at the infinity symbol that's done in the stones right there. That's really cool. And then you have the little tools down here. That's really cool because the Magician symbolizes having all the tools inside of you that you need. And there's a mortar and pestle. There's the basket. There's the kettle. And there is the, what do you call it? Chisel. Is it a chisel? Yeah, chisel, I believe it's called. And so all of the tools are there. That's really nice. That's really cool. Okay, so that's Magician. The High Priestess. This is mugwort, and that's really cool because mugwort helps you to get lucid dreamings. It helps you to have dreams and get messages from it. You put it in a satchel underneath your pillow when you go to sleep, and so it shows you how to do that. It has little crystals over here, and then I like the stars and the celestial kind of symbols there that symbolizes high priestess vibes. So that's really cool. The next card is the Empress. And I love this because you see the heart is made of honeycomb right there. And then we have some hot peppers, that red heart there. Mother vibes going off on there, the Empress. Fir, which is hemlock. That's very nice. I think it gives off a masculine vibe as well. I'm gonna have to learn about these herbs more and more, which is why I got this deck, because I have a basic knowledge of herbalism, but I want my knowledge to be deeper. Then we have the Hierophant here, which is cacao, which they have cacao ceremonies, and these ceremonies teach you about your inner divinity. And the Hierophant is the teacher card. And look at the Great Mother here. Oh, I love these cards already. Cacao ceremony going on for number 6. Then we have the Lovers. Oh, and look, they have the Pisces Vexus here. You have the two becoming one right there. That's so gorgeous. And also looks like maybe a headdress that you would wear during a hand fasting or commitment ceremony. So that's lovely. We have cedar. Oh, this is nice. And it kind of looks like the tree of life here. And I like the background. It also looks like the night sky. So I'm going to see how this cedar relates to movement that the Chariot card usually stands for. That's nice. Garlic. This is one of the reasons I got this deck, because of the garlic card. It's gorgeous, right? And I also ordered honey so that I can make some of this garlic infused honey, which is a great antiviral. It is a strong, I like anything that I cook. It's a very strong herb. It's very flavorful. So I could see why they would use it for strength. Also, this concoction here gives you strength, especially if you've been sick. The braid here of the garlic looks strong. So all of these symbols meaning strength. I think this is a gorgeous card. I love this card. We got the Hermit. That's beautiful because it has the winter scene when you're going within. This looks like a wreath that you would find during Christmas time. So going within, Usnia. I pronounce everything in Spanish, I promise you. Usnia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Comment below if you know this herb and I'm pronouncing it wrong. Let me know. I'm always open to learning. So that's a beautiful Hermit card. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, kitchen garden. So it's a little bit of everything. It's something when you would forage your herbs and bring everything into your kitchen. We have the compass there in the middle, north, south, east, west. And I teach my kids direction. Never eat shredded wheat. That's how we remember our direction. So you pick up a little bit of everything to bring into your kitchen garden. I'm an eclectic witch because I take different... I do kitchen witchery, I do divination witchery, I do hedge witchery, I do crystal witchery, I do a whole bunch. So I'm eclectic, but kitchen witchery is definitely up there. So I love that card. Oh boy, look at this! Justice, the cannabis card. I look at the Constitution back there. Use herbs that are healing like this. I love this. Look at the little cannabis leaves. Oh, and the cannabis tincture. This is gorgeous. And justice, because that deals with legal rights and everything. Oh, I love this card. Love it. Love it. 12, the Hanged One, which is like the hangman. This is burdock root. I've used this in magic before. Oh, and look at the runes. They made the is awesome. I also divine with runes too. So this is gorgeous. Oh wow. I'm falling every time we pull a card, I'm falling deeper and deeper in love with this deck. Death, love it. And this looks the Dia de los Muertos mass, or the sugar skulls that deal with Dia de los Muertos. And then we have the butterflies, which are a change and transformation. It looks nighttimey. This is gorgeous. Ceremonial. Oh, I love it. Temperance, which means balance. Camellia. Camellia, I've never heard of this, so I'm gonna have to, and me being the nerd that I am, I'm gonna have so much fun researching all of these different plants and herbs and roots and flowers. So this is very nice. It looks like a tea ceremony we got going over here. It makes you feel this, the energy coming off this card is very harmonious, it's very chill and relaxed, very balanced, as the card should be. Then we have the Devil card and Blackberry. Ooh, temptation. I like this. What is this? This little cinnamon over here. We got the blackberries that we picked. This is gorgeous. I like the colors, the deep purples and the blues that we see. The Tower, mushrooms. Yeah, because if you pick the wrong ones, you're going to go on a little bit of a... I'm sure this speaks about psychedelic mushrooms, as well as edible mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I've literally been eating mushrooms for the last like 2 weeks, and everything that I have been preparing. Mushrooms are good for protein. They're a great source of protein. But this is nice. It's a wild card. You know, you could go on a trip and never not know what happened. Something unexpected. Sometimes you could take the psychedelic mushrooms and something unexpected may happen. And that's what the Tower moment stands for. Then we have the Star card, zodiac sign that represents Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. But you see the star that this cottonwood makes here? That's gorgeous. I think this is a very nice card. And look at the little stars that are over here. So we're gonna have to learn what cottonwood. It looks like little stones and pebbles there in the middle. The Moon card. Look at the white that comes out, like a moonstone card. And look, the phases of this flower open up full like the full moon. And this is Datura. That is lovely. Who's the illustrated artwork by Joanna Powell Colbert? Not only is she amazing, but whoever conceptualized these cards is amazing. Because look how they open up like that. That's gorgeous. Then we have the Sun, St. John's Wort. This is stalking me because I was just watching Charmed and they said wort on top of my fridge, and now I see it here. St. John's wort is a mood elevating herb. So if you suffer from anxiety or depression, of course check with your doctor first, but it's an herb that is recommended to help to alleviate depression and anxiety and put you in a happier state of mind. So this is what it looks like, flower form, and looks like it makes, because I believe when you make a tincture of it, it turns red, which is really different because the flower itself is yellow. And like the sun, you know, brightening your mood, the sun, all of that connecting together. So these cards are going to be easy to read, especially once I learn what all of these mean. Awakening is Tulsi. Tulsi, which is also known, and I studied this, as holy basil. It's a great herb for feminine health. I know that much. We see the mala beads here, which is gorgeous. We also see, I gotta find out what this bowl with a flame is. There's an emoji like this, and I gotta find out what that is for, what ceremony they use that for. But this is an awakening, a rebirth. Maybe it's a rebirth ceremony, because awakening and the judgment card, it's about rebirth. So that's gorgeous. And I like how they're all, you know, picked here and wild looking. This is nice. Then we have Pachamama. Yes, Pachamama is another word for earth, Mother Earth itself. You see the kind of rainbow Roy G. Biv we got going on, red, indigo, violet that we have going on here. We also see like the flowers. We see a candle here. We see earth. You know, we have air represented here. I don't see water. I see white flowers. I see crystals here, but it feels like it's bringing all the elements kind of together to symbolize the world. That's really lovely card. And then we're moving on to our suits. And this first one, okay. So hold on, let me see. Okay, so it's a little different. All right, we're getting a little... This one is the Ace of Air. It's yarrow. It's nice. It looks like a swampland there. And there's a little birdie up here. A hummingbird, it looks like. And it seems as though this is fenced off. So maybe it's about boundaries, possibly. It seems like it's not in full bloom. It's either going into fall or coming into spring, because it seems like it's not like a full bush. So we'll have to learn about that. So this is interesting because this, I'm going to leave this here for a second, is the Ace of Air, but then the next one is the Ace of Fire. So usually you would go through the number. So this is a little different how it's done here. So you have the Ace and the Ace. This is mullein. Mullein is great for the herbs, for all you smokers out there. Mullein is a great detoxifying herb for your lungs. Look, it grows very tall. Fire, you know, burning, fire, smoke, all of that kind of a thing. So I see how they tie that in together. There's also, oh, look. So this looks airy to me. This looks fire, so that's fire. Yeah, okay, so this represents like air. Represents fire. Then we have the Ace of Water plantain, which is not just the banana in the banana family, it's the actual leaf. I know they use it for like salves for like burns and skin ailments, and it's grown right next to water, so this is why it's the Ace of Water here. And then you have the Ace of Earth. Also, they go, it's interesting how they broke it up in this deck. Nettle, stinging nettle, Ace of Earth. We see it's growing here in this earth, kind of forest, dense kind of a place. This is a beautiful card. It seems like abundance is probably represented here because it seems like it grows all over the place or wildly grows all over the place. So I'm going to have to learn about these. This is going to be lots of studying. Then we go to the twos from the ace. So rather than them going from ace two to, you know, all the way up, they have divided them individually. So this is the two of air, and this is chicory, beautiful purple flower, airy kind of a background. This is the two of fire. It's bee balm. Oh, that sounds cute. Whatever they use that for. I see she's planting the seeds here. Seems like something that can be grown in the house or started in the house. We got the sun here to further represent fire. Nice. It's pretty. It's a pretty flower. The two of water is mallow. That's very nice. We got some birds there. More hummingbirds. I see a lot of hummingbirds. I see a lot of bees. Not bees, butterflies. We got water there, mallow. Feels like a serene herb or flower, whatever it is. It feels very serene, the energy that I'm getting from there. Two of earth, witch hazel. That's great for skin. I know that's great for skin, witch hazel. I've never seen it in its flower form like this. It kind of reminds me of honeysuckle a little bit. And we see birds. It's just like a bluebird to me. It's like bluebirds or blue jays all over the place. And it's earth, but it looks very wintry there. So you see this nice card. Three of air. My friend, my sister, Andrea, she swears by echinacea, which is good. My mom used to give us a lot of it growing up. It's really great for cold. It helps you bounce back from cold. It's good for like your immune system, echinacea. So it's a beautiful card. I like the flowers, like a purpley pinkish kind of a thing. That's three of air. Three of fire. We have calendula, which is great to make balms out of, to like rub on your skin, oils. You grind it up and you let it seep in oil, and then like you drain it a couple weeks afterwards. It's really great for anti-inflammatory properties it has. It's a beautiful flower, and that's the flower that's on the front of the box. Three of water. Lemon balm, which is great to make tea out of. Look, a little rat puppy. What is this? I'm not sure what this thing is. It looks like a little, but it has a tail. It's like a little puppy rat or something. It has a nice little picnic we got going on there. I'm gonna turn on the light. It's getting a little dark where I'm at, so let me just give us some more lighting. Just a little bit more. All right. So yeah, so that is the three of water, water, lemon balm. Three of earth, raspberry. Look at the abundant raspberry. Earth provides for us. Earth gives us medicine. And as my kids say, fruit, nature's candy. You know, it gives us nature's candy. You can make sauces out of raspberries for things that are sweet and savory. So that's a gorgeous one. One of my favorite herbs, and has been for a long time, is the four of air, lavender. Look at the beautiful lavender. You can use it in love spells and love drawing. It's also great to make a satchel or put essential oil on your pillow, lavender essential oil, and it will help you to get a great night's rest. Four of fire is elder. There's a lot going on in this card. Seems like a whole bunch of different stuff. Maybe this is something that works best if you mix it with other things, because there's a lot of little bottles and stuff. Mortar and pestle. We see the healing kind of like, it looks like a very cultural kind of fabric piece back there, maybe to represent the elders. 4 of water is a very common herb. This is mint. I don't like mint. But it's really good, mojitos. They put the mint in the mojitos. But I'm guessing, mint water is great for detoxification. So is, what is it? Cilantro water. Those are both great herbs for detoxification. Or cilantro and mint are both great detoxification herbs. So it looks like the summertime. You get nice little detox water going. And then we have the 4 of earth, the willow, and so that's a tree, and they're using that to make a basket there to do weaving. Powerful stuff. 5 of air is white sage, which we know very well because most people smudge with white sage. It is becoming endangered in certain places. I believe it's on the endangered list, so you want to smudge responsibly. And see, they're binding it for it to be dried. Usually it would be dried and then bound, I think. That's nice. Of fire is black cohosh. And then we have a 5-pointed star there. Beautiful white flower. I'm going to have to see what you do with that. And I'm noticing they all have these little symbols. This has like a little chevron symbol pointed down, and then like when you get to the 5 of water, this has infinity symbols. I'm just now noticing they all have these little symbols down here. This is golden seal, and it's grown next to water as well. I'm noticing they have like fencing in on a lot of these. Maybe that symbolizes something. The 5 of earth, slippery elm. I use this in my hair product. Slippery elm is great for your hair, especially if you have natural hair where it requires slip, or you're detangling, strength when you're detangling to prevent breakage. Slippery elm is great for that, and that's the 5 of earth. See a little porch back there. This is a nice card, and there's also a 5-pointed star there. We have the 6 of air, cattail. Maybe it is. Well, you see these a lot in like swamp areas and stuff. And they're using feathers as writing here. And there's more of these little symbols. I'm going to have to look up what these symbols mean. These are beautiful illustrations. 6 of fire is nasturtium, and this feels very sacral to me because you have these oranges and yellows. So sacral solar plexus chakra, very bright, very vibrant. They're using them to dress candles, do a little witchy work, Ooh, so this is a gorgeous, very vibrant card. 6 of water is borage, little purple flowers, and I'm noticing they're adding them to the drinks. So a lot of these are edible or able to be made, make teas out of them. We have the healer, la curadera, who is right here. And we have bouquets that they've made there. We have the 6 of earth, which is pine. I've seen people make different healing decoctions and concoctions out of pine there. And it's earth. You have like this beautiful fire. And back, so it's interesting that it's earth, but we see fire as well back there. Pine cones. Eucalyptus, which is great for the lungs, great for we do steams in order to heal ourselves with eucalyptus. I make, like, my daughter was congested and I made her eucalyptus steam. This is also a hydrosol kind of setup. Or could be looking like essential oil setup over here to reap the benefits of the eucalyptus. Cinnamon, one of my favorite herbs to work with, especially with love magic. It's a spicy herb. It comes in sticks, and then you grind it down. You can use them for different charms. You see the skull here. Curing. This book is about curing and healing. 7 of water. We got birch, which is a tree. So we see the different twigs here of birch. See a lot of cups to symbolize the water. The 7 of oak. Seven of Earth, which is the oak tree. So we got a lot of trees coming up here. We have the acorns falling, the fall scene, the fall foliage going on in the back. And I'm sure they're going to give you some charms, how to make charms with the acorns. We put them on our altar just as little offerings. The Eight of Air is licorice. Very nice. Very, very nice. I do not like the taste of licorice, but that is a nice card. Another reason I bought this deck was this card, the Eight of Fire Ginger. We put ginger in a lot of stuff, from teas to stir fries, just everything. It's also very spicy. This is a stir fry it looks like they have going on here with the white onion and the lime over here. Lots of fire. Probably sesame oil right there. I love this card so much. Valerian helps you to sleep. It helps you to dream. So you have the moon over here. I also love the way the lamp is depicted in this card. That infinity symbol that goes with the water down here. It's on the nightstand. Make a little valerian tea. Another herb I use very frequently in this house is turmeric. You see that bright color there. We have ground turmeric. Oh, they're using instance to dye things. You see all of the clothes out in the yard have been dyed with turmeric. Before there were dyes, they used natural products to do dyes. That's lovely. That is lovely. Also great for antiviral purposes. Nine of Air is the pomegranate. I like pomegranate. The seeds are annoying to me. I chew them and you spit them out. Chew them and you spit them out. But pomegranate juice is really great for you. It's really great for your urinary tract. Cranberry and pomegranate juice. So this is beautiful. The Nine of Fire is the wild cherry. So you got some dried herbs, some dried corn here, wild cherry. Looks like they're making it into some kind of a tea over there. Peach comes up in the Nine of Water. And I'm wondering if this is like the fruit peach or if this tree, because these look like cherry blossoms to me. So I'm going to have to look into that further. They're doing kind of an offering bowl or to bring the essence of this flower into the place. That's another way you can do that. You can leave bowls of water and line them with the flower of the essence that you want to bring into your space. Oh, it is the fruit because this is the apple. But this one has apples and that one does not have peaches. So I'm wondering why they didn't put peaches, actual peaches on the peach card. And apples have always been magical. We have the star, the 5-pointed star when you cut it, not lengthwise, but like hamburger bun wise. The 5-pointed star of the apple, and they're drying the fruit. There's also some cinnamon up there, which goes wonderful with apples. This might be flour to make like an apple pie. They're peeling the apples. Earth. Then the number 10 is the alfalfa. These pretty purple flowers over here, about to be foraged. Seems like there's a lot of them. And again, out in the air, in the earth. Comfrey, I've used this before, and a salve is good for the skin. Comfrey is good, but it's you have to grind it down because I was using the bark, so you have to get something to grind it down. Yeah, see, they're making salves for boo-boos. Like if you get boo-boos, Comfrey is a great root to use to heal with. Red clover. Red clover is good for feminine health. It's good for your health of your uterus, amongst other things, I'm sure. You see the rainbow here. The tea, red clover tea is what I've had before. And that's what they're making it into here. Horsetail, another herb that's great for the hair. I put my slippery elm in my horsetail and my hair growth oil. You're making your hair grow long and strong like a horse. Depiction of it. You see there's bundles of it. It's a long, kind of a shooty looking herb. This is very pretty, and I like the basket that they have there. Catnip. And there's a kitty. There's a little kitty in the car. He's high. He's high in the bushes of catnip. Oh, and it's called hija de aire, which is daughter. Well, it's called hija of air, but daughter of air. It's catnip. So that's lovely. Hija de fuego, or daughter of fire, hija of fire. They're switching languages. California poppy, and look, she's doing some divination with her crystal ball there. And look, a little tiger back there. Mortar and pestle there. Nice. Hija de agua, or hija of water. And it's chamomile, one of my favorite teas. I give the kids chamomile tea almost like every morning. They like chamomile tea. I switch it up, but we've been having a lot of chamomile. And look, there's a kid. I like that there's a kid helping in this one because chamomile is safe, for children. My kids love it. It's a very calming herb if they're upset or if they're anxious. But of course, check with their doctor before you give them anything. Hija de la tierra, hija of earth, linden, and they're using this to actually make a fence in this card, so that's nice. It must be flexible. Maybe this has to do with flexibility or growth. Oregano is the adelita of air. Oregano is really great in Italian food and all food. I put it in my spices, Lord, and my sauces that I make. I wonder what this chair is here. Is this with this hole in it? Or is this a birthing chair? Does it have to do anything with birth? She's collecting them there. That's nice. Cayenne. Cayenne is a good spice. It's also another great antiviral. It's good for love magic or passion or sexual magic. As you see, she's grinded up here. A little bit goes a long way. It is spicy, so be careful. If you look, yep, she's making an antiviral because the onion and the garlic, and I'm assuming this is honey of some sort, or either apple cider vinegar over here. Looks like rosemary over here. So definitely something to get rid of sickness that she's making. Water is ocotillo. That's a new one. Never heard of that. I'm going to have to look up that. It looks to make a pretty pink drink of whatever she's making. It looks like it grows in the mountain areas. That's lovely. Yuca, which I like to eat a lot. Yuca fries. Have you ever had yuca fries? Yummy. And they're making little, I don't know if these are amulets making with the yuca leaves. And this looks to be a desert. We went from mountain area to desert area. Motherwort, madre of air. And that is being harvested. It looks like it grows very abundantly. I'm going to have to learn. I've heard of motherwort, but I don't know the uses of it. I'm going to have to learn. Thyme, which we commonly see in Italian cooking. Potions and brews, yes. And this is the madre of fire. So she's using it to make a potion. Me and my daughter loves making potions. And so we like to make things together. I got to get us a good mortar and pestle soon. This has inspired me. Madre of water, oats. But it doesn't look like oatmeal. It might be, unless that's how oatmeal starts. And I got to see that. We have a shark fin to represent water. Interesting. Madre of earth, creosote bush. Whatever it is, it looks holy. It looks like she's giving an offering to the divine. See that white light there? This looks nice. I have to look into that. Curadera of air is rosemary. Rosemary is good for dreams and prophecies. It's also great in sauces as well. Look at the tattoo, the wings that are on, and it looks like could be a woman's hand, but look, I'm getting masculine vibes from there. Rosemary, a common herb. Damiana, curadera of fire. So this looks like, what is she doing? I see some crystals here. So it looks like divination, like she's doing divination of some sort, burning her herbs in this little cauldron. I like this little witchy bottle that she has going on back there, and her shell bracelet. Then we have curadera of water, seaweed, and she's taking a bath with it. She's creating the sea in her own space. That's nice. We got some candles back there, some shells. Probably some bath salts right there. So she's making herself into a tea. And then the last card is the Curadera of fire, sweetgrass, which is used as a smudge. You can burn it or you can braid it like this and hang it over your door, like your front and back door, and it wards off negative spirits and bad energy. So this is a nice, and it smells so nice. It has such a wonderful, wonderful smell. So these are all of the cards. They are beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous. Let's shuffle and see which one comes up for us. Let's see if we get one. I'm gonna shuffle a little bit. Probably gonna need way more shuffling to get it, you know, right, but we're just gonna play with it for right this second and see what comes up. Give us a card, Spirit. Show us a card that anyone watching this video needs to hear, and we'll look at it in the book. Oh, get it together, cards. They're always slippery when you first get them, so you gotta break them in a little bit. What card? Give us one card to focus, a one card focus. And the card that we get is Comfrey, which is the 10 of fire. Okay, so I'll leave that here. Move these out of the way. Comfrey. 10 of fire. So we got 1 of fire. So it's listed by the number rather than, okay, I see now. Okay, so it's Comfrey. Right here. There can be too much of a good thing. Stop, step away, soothe yourself, cut it down, and it roars back to life. Piles of comfrey fill a basket on a crafting table. Leaves hang above the dry stove. So I'll read it. You guys look at the card. The counter is scattered with jars and beeswax. Oil drips onto the wooden surface. The bulging apothecary spills over with medicine and has little room for any more. So yeah, there's a lot going on there. Peace follows overwhelm. You may be overextended. The shelves in this room are full, yet the crafting continues. Rest and replenish so your experiences can take root. Refresh your love of creating by releasing some self-imposed responsibilities. Oh, why is God attacking me like this? And I'm just trying to read these cards. God be coming for me. I gotta release some of my self-imposed responsibilities too. I don't appreciate being told off in the middle of this video. Comfrey quickly becomes burdensome and difficult to manage, but it will regenerate after harsh cutting. Even a small amount can quickly flourish into a new plant. Commit to just a few tasks and set the rest aside. Pushing too hard will lead to waste and exhaustion. Do not be afraid to give away some of your creative ideas. Oh my God, this card is so big. When you let what you cannot use feed the soil for next season's growth. So crafting with the 10 of fire. So after they give you the little spiel, they give you crafts. And it says, write down what you need to release, roll it tightly in a comfrey leaf, and burn the leaf when it is dry. Oh, I love that. Make comfrey salve. Didn't I tell you about the salves? Make comfrey salve for burns, bruises, and injuries. Each time you use the salve, let it be an invitation to rest and soothe your overworked spirit. Use comfrey in magical practice, on an altar, or in spells to inspire you to come back to life. Oh, I love that. It also gives the Latin names for each of the herbs, spices, roots, and trees. So this has been the end of our walkthrough. You may be inspired to go ahead and get this deck yourself. So far, I'm in love, and I know the more that I study it, the more in love I will be. So I hope that you enjoyed this walkthrough. If this is something you plan on getting, hit me up in the comments. If this is something you already have, hit me up in the comments. Like this video and share with someone who you think might need to see it. All right, guys. Peace.